Welcome back to the KCX Podcast, episode 19. And I am here today with a special guest, a struggling guest, a jet-lagged guest. And that guest is, we have Mike here, and he may survive this, he may not. I don't really know. But Mike Grimes, everybody, what's going on, Mike?
I just got back from 8 days in Germany. We went over to, in preparation for the launch of the car wash line, we went over to visit some car washes, see some of the product in action, and it was a great trip. Saw, probably a dozen car washes in 5 days.
8 days, though, in Germany.
8
Crazy.
days, yeah. Well, we spent the first 4 days were visiting.
We are having some technical difficulties here, Mike.
Oh,
Adjust that mic a little bit. Make it go a little bit closer to you there.
is that better?
There you go.
All right.
It wasn't picking up your
Oh.
voice a little bit there. It was like, yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
So anyway, yeah, we the first 4 days we toured car washes with
It's going, oh, I'm sorry, guys. It is, we're looking at a screen, and it's not, it's not moving correctly over here, but we're going to go with it.
We'll go with it, see how it goes.
Make sure you pronunciate into that mic.
I will do my best. So, with that being said, we spent the first 4 days seeing car washes. We saw car washes in the Munich area. We saw car washes in Wolfsburg, and we saw car washes south of there a little bit. Saw some fantastic full-service car washes, some great self-serve in-bay automatics. It was wonderful to see. It was enlightening and educational.
Well, I don't know where any of those places are, for one.
Yeah.
Like, how far from Una, where is everything?
So Munich, I think Wolfsburg is probably a 4-hour drive to Una. So yeah, it took quite a bit of time to get there. But I mean, Casey Brammer was driving that day and knocked it out of the park. So
180 on the.
He kept it respectable. I'm not going to give any details on kilometers. I do know. So the last day we were following one of the sales reps, and at one point he was going so fast that we lost him. No idea where he was. He might have been doing a couple 100 kilometers per hour. He was cruising pretty good.
I think we got up to a couple hundred last trip I went.
It's easy to do. I mean, everyone's doing, if you're doing 150 kilometers, you're in the slow lane behind a truck. I mean, everybody's cruising. So it was great. So in preparation for the national launch here of the car wash, we went over again, saw some of the products in action, looked at how they were setting up, dilution ratios they were using, and just comparing it to our testing here. And honestly, everything fit together well.
So, all right, launching car wash here.
Correct.
How many products do we have right now?
So we have 10, and we will expand that over the next 12 to 18 months.
Gotcha. So MTE's coming up too, and you're going to be bringing some of the car wash stuff.
I'm bringing a sample of each of the products. Have some talking points. I'm really excited about the launch of specific chemicals here. Our pre-cleaner, our active foam, our wheel cleaner, and our polishes and waxes is second to none. And it's exciting to be able to offer operators an option besides ceramic and graphene. We have nano crystal polish, we have ceramic effect polish. These polishes they perform phenomenally. The mill usage is exceptional. The cost per car is exceptional. So we're going to be able to save some operators some money, especially in their top packages.
So what's your favorite car wash product you've actually seen in action so far?
Man, that's a hard one to pick. If I was going to pick one, it would be Protector Wax.
Yeah.
Protector Wax as weather guard, Protector Wax as a sealer wax. I mean, at 7 mils per car, I mean, you're the amount of protection and gloss that you're getting out of that is amazing. My second favorite, which is personal preference, it would be the active foam because of the scent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the sandalwood scent. It just, the whole tunnel smells like, this sandalwood, this, almost like cologne.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. It's incredible to see it in action. It's incredible to see, honestly, you're putting 7 mils of active foam on a car, depending on the gauge speed. And the coverage is incredible.
So one of the products that I've always been excited about, or I've always wanted to use, I wanted to use it more in the detail side of things, was high gloss dryer.
Yes.
So, or hyper gloss, whatever, hyper dryer, I guess, whatever those
Hyper
are.
dryer.
Yeah. Because I always thought that one of those would be so good for the detailing industry as well, just as a pure drying aid for a car. But I've yet to use it. Do we have any of that I can use, Mike?
So we I have some coming in second week of February. Right now we're using a product called Quick Dry and Shine, which is our drying agent. Hyperdryer is going to come in. Hyperdryer will be an option. Depending on the tunnel setup, drip space, we'll make a choice, based on what the operator needs between those two products.
So obviously I don't know a ton about the car wash side.
Sure.
So what is the difference between what you just said, the Quick Dry and Shine, and then the Hyper Dry or whatever?
Well, so Quick Dry and Shine needs a little more drip space.
So when you say drip space.
So from the time that it's applied
yeah.
to the time that it's
rinsed off?
From the time it's applied until the time it hits the blowers, the dryers.
Blowers, okay.
So it needs a little more drip space. The Hyper Dryer works almost instantly as a drying aid by collapsing the water immediately. So if you have a tunnel that you're applying drying agent, your final rinse, and right into the blowers with very little drip space, that's going to be the go-to.
Well, I'm excited about that one.
Well, it really depends on, across the country, there's varying setups, the way tunnels are laid out.
Well, I'll say this, the reason I always say that about the drying agent is because it really would be so beneficial for the detailing industry as well if we had a drying agent for the detailing side, and that's why, but we have so many for the car wash, obviously we need it, but it would definitely be beneficial for the detailing side as well. So that's something that I want to play around with them and see which one actually would work the best for the detailing side of things.
Well, here's an interesting story for you. When we were in Germany the first day, I'm pretty accustomed in America that, you apply your drying aid, and then you apply your final rinse, and then you go through the blowers. Some of the washes in Europe were applying their either protector wax or the Hyper Dryer as the drying aid, zero final rinse right into the blowers. So legitimately, there was no RO at the end. There was a freshwater rinse. They applied the chemical and went right into the blowers. And it got me thinking a lot about how we're doing things here. And RO definitely has its purpose.
So RO is in reverse osmosis.
Reverse osmosis, yes. Gotcha. It's the final rinse. It will not spot.
The cleanest.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. TDS are removed and it gives you the best product. But if they didn't have an RO, their last chemical was protector wax or Quick Dry and Shine or Hyper Dryer, depending on the package, right into the blowers. It was amazing. It's amazing to watch it.
That's super interesting because obviously I think that we're going to try to start doing more car wash stuff, filming and that stuff with you, and hopefully I can learn a lot more about this stuff during that time span. But right now, obviously, I have you to talk to about it, and that's about all I know.
Sorry. Yeah, it's just me. Obviously Jason has a lot of history in the car wash industry itself. And he did it for, a decade. And so, the team we met with in Germany not only were they incredibly gracious with their time, but they provided a lot of technical details in regards to how they use the product there, the systems vary a little bit. And it depends on region too. So it's really interesting, but it was a heck of a learning curve, that's for sure. Because there were some things I was scratching my head, and I had to ask a lot of questions to figure out applications, their style of applications.
So from what I hear, our products are the preferred in the car wash industry over there.
We are 40% of the total market in Europe.
Gotcha. That's really cool.
It's a huge number.
Yeah.
It's a huge number. Our main focus in Europe is car wash. It has been for a while. The detail side obviously is a huge component of that, but car wash is where it's at there. And I think that's why when we decided that we were going to launch the products here, obviously a lot of testing of different products to kind of land on a final product, a final lineup, I guess. But I'm excited about it. I'm more excited about the ability to give operators an option. Right now, there's, as far as top packages, there's ceramic graphene. It's blasted on every sign. And that's great. The products work great depending on the manufacturer. Most of them work fine. But the cost of those things is incredibly expensive per car. We're trying to not only give a quality product to the end consumer, but also the operator can have a choice. They don't need to spend 50 cents a car for two products to provide a clean, dry, shiny car.
Yeah,
and that's really the key.
Gotcha. Well, is there anything else specifically about the car wash side of things you want to talk about at the moment?
Oh my goodness!
Because honestly, I want to dive into some Germany trip, and I want to know about what you guys did and how it was and all that. But we can continue on the car wash.
Well, I think for me the car wash side is. Yeah, and forgive me, I am jet lagged. I'm extreme. Right. I'm extremely tired. I flew. We left at 4 a.m. Can't remember what day. I think it was 4 a.m. Sunday morning, which was Saturday night here. We flew from Dusseldorf to Amsterdam. Had a 2.5 hour layover, and then I took a 9 hour flight from Amsterdam to Atlanta, and it was. Hey, look! I was sitting in a great seat. It was great service on the flight, but I felt it, and I slept. I was showing Brandon on my whoop. I slept 9.5 hours last night straight, and I woke up and I felt like I didn't sleep a wink.
Yeah, Yeah, I remember those 2 times I went. We never left. I'm pretty sure that both times I've been, we've left in the morning, like in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't as bad. Well, no. Is that what you're saying? You left at 4:30?
It was. We got up at 3 a.m., which would have been 9 p.m. the night before here.
That is when we would leave. Yeah, that super early flight.
Yeah, that super early flight. Yeah.
I was thinking afternoon. But
did you guys fly out of Dusseldorf?
Both times I've flown out of Dusseldorf. Yeah.
So you took the flight to Amsterdam, and then
we did Amsterdam one time, and then we went to France one time, Paris one time.
Yeah, it was such an amazing trip, man. We made time in the evenings to see some cool areas in Munich. There's some great cathedrals and just some very old architecture that we got to see and take a lot of pictures of, and found some great restaurants. Our day in Una at the KCX factory in Una was amazing. I got to meet Dr. Ralph, who's our head chemist. I got to meet, everybody behind the scenes that, you see their names in emails, but, you put, faces and names. It's great. And spent some time with Stefan, who's our chief sales officer and for worldwide sales, and spent some time with Dimitri.
It's just Dimitri.
Yeah,
he doesn't count.
What was really interesting about Germany, back to the car wash stuff, was learning about the biological reclaim systems and how they use those, how they're monitored, how they test chemicals to make sure that the bacteria isn't being affected. It's quite complex and really cool to see. And Dr. Ralph was really gracious with his time in explaining that to us. It was just great. I mean, seeing the production factory, it's huge. KCX it's a city block.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
And they need more.
Yeah. They
really need more.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so impressive.
They need those 2 buildings at the very end of the street there.
Yeah. So, I think everybody's waiting for those guys to, close down, retire, or move out, something, They really do.
Don't fit. They don't fit anymore.
The colors don't fit.
No,
they need to be white with black KCX letters on
it? I'm pretty sure one of them is something to do with dentist office stuff, right? It's like a toothpaste or it's something dental.
It could be.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, oh, dental. Interesting.
I was so I saw the buildings. I was so focused on, the training center and the production and the lab.
Yeah.
Don't let me forget the polishing station.
Yeah.
The polishing robot. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah.
That thing is something else, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch those guys inside that little office, and they're just testing compounds, testing chemicals. And that's their life, and they love it. They're so excited to be there, so excited to show up every day. How much passion they have for that, it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, so I remember the first time I went, it's in like, oh my goodness, it's crazy, And then the second time I got to go and actually dive deeper into each, basically building.
Mm-hmm.
So you're less in awe about the pure size of it.
Right.
And you're more now getting into the details. But man, it's just a really cool spot. It's a cool place for sure.
Yeah, it's great. And then Friday and Saturday, we spent some time at the Dusseldorf boat show.
Mm-hmm.
Friday was setup time, and they were setting up. And then Saturday, Casey Brammer and I, who's our national sales manager, he and I spent some time in the booth, spent a few hours there in the booth. And I mean, just seeing, introducing the Marine line, seeing Color Lock in action. There's some other products that we'll be talking about down the road that were introduced there as well. But it was great. The Marine line, I think, when that hits here, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you guys were going to the boat show, which is pretty cool. So,
did you see some of the pictures? I saw a boat. It's not even a boat. It's a ship. They're ships.
Yeah, I about to say
ships.
that one you posted.
Yes.
I'm like, that's a ship.
Well, I mean, that's got Saudi money written all over it, man. That thing was huge and beautiful. But there was so many interesting different toys and marine centric toys. Just so much cool stuff. It was just amazing. And then right across from the KCX booth was, of course, the Yeti booth.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, Yeti had a good presence there. And they were offering some pretty cool marine stuff too.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I'm not sure how much of that line is available here, but they had some really cool like yacht chairs and different things. So it was pretty interesting to see. I took a peek.
Yeah, I would have took a peek.
You
too.
have to, yeah. So in that boat show, Justin, one of the halls, they literally have giant tanks filled with water where they let people dive right in so it's probably the tank is probably say 25 foot tall and maybe 50 foot in circumference. You can test diving gear.
That's really cool.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane. It was I've never seen an indoor swimming pool at a trade show.
I mean, from the pictures, our booth looked like it was like just massive.
It was 40. I think it was 40 by 40.
40. Man, it just looked so big.
Well, what I liked about it was, here's the cool thing, and I'm not talking out of school here, but that booth, their storage closet had a refrigerator, an espresso machine, a coat rack, plenty of storage, snacks. I'm pretty sure there was a massage chair in there. It was pretty cool.
Whole dumbbell lineup.
Yeah. There's a gym, punching bag. It was all kind. I mean, it was. They did it right. They did it right. And having the boat that was there in our display, Susie.
Yeah, Susie.
So Susie was, I think Susie's a 20-year-old boat that was left outside for a decade, uncared for. And so, KCX Europe got a hold of it. They did their thing with it with the marine line, and you can see the stages of cleanliness. Like there's one part where they didn't touch, and then there was a clean, and then it was a polish, and then a seal, and you could tell. I mean, what they did with that, and the interior was just like brand new. It was pretty impressive.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
But yeah, seeing Susie there was pretty cool. They had some cool kits they had put together, interior, exterior, things like that. So yeah, it was fun to be there.
See, I've never been outside of Una and Dusseldorf. I really haven't been anywhere else. Like I've only ever been airport, drive to Una, drive back to Dusseldorf. That's it. So I don't know any of the other places around there.
Yeah, we got to. So for us, it was about spending some time with. There was Rudiger and Jens and Timo, Val, and Renee. Those guys are the sales team and the service, basically the service techs there, and they were, they were, again, like I said, they were gracious with their time, but the way that they service a customer, the way that they make sure the customers are taken care of, that's what keeps the business. The chemicals speak for themselves. The chemicals produce a phenomenal car. The service aspect of it and the way it's set up, these customers never have to wait for a service tech to show up or have to hunt one down to show up. They're there, and they really take care of the customers. They make sure that they're titrating every 2 weeks. They're doing their inspections. They have full inspections once a month that they submit. So it's done right. And so it's being able to see the different car washes in the different regions, learn about the different water quality in the different regions, and how they combat that. And the water restrictions there are very tight, so that's why reclaim is such a big deal there. The biological and the reclaim systems themselves, the mechanical ones. So it was just fun to see, fun to learn about. I really am excited for the line to come here. I can't wait to get some of the marketing stuff out. I know that USA operators are going to be in the least they're going to be super excited to test it. And I think once they see the results and see how competitive the cost per car is, especially again in the top package ranges, they're going to be, we're going to be busy quick.
Wonderful.
Yep, I'll take it.
Wonderful. All right, you've got to have some funny story from this week. There's got to be something. Oh, Jason did something. He's had to.
Jason did something. I don't speak out of school. I don't kiss and tell. And I'm sure there's quite a few things that went down. But I'm not gonna share too much. Just out of respect. I'll tell you this. I drank, had too many German beers on night one.
You're pulling a me.
And yeah. And so day two was a very long day. Very long day. It's okay. It's okay. We survived. But the whole trip, it was so great, but it can also be a blur. So you really have to make sure that you're methodical in your note taking and you're diligent with the people you meet. I'll tell you this: there's a wash called Wash Bear, and at this car wash, on the side of the building is their logo, and our logo is right next to it. It's Koch Chemie, Excellence for Experts. It's plastered all over the building. Everywhere there's a logo, we're next to it. That operator there, when we showed up, he made us Turkish coffee in his office, gave us all, a cup, and toured us through there, and was very proud of. He bought an older car wash and spent a lot of time redoing it. and very proud of what he accomplished there. And he should have been, because what he did really was phenomenal with that facility. And even to the point to where he was, I asked him to use his restroom while we were there, and he's like, well, I haven't got to the restroom yet, so just keep in mind that it's, I haven't remodeled it yet. And, I don't mind that, but that's how much pride he has in the place, and how much pride he has in our chemicals. The product he was producing was great. It's a shorter tunnel, probably 100-footer. Unlike some of the ones we saw that, with the indoor vacuums and the 150-foot tunnels. There was one we saw, that dual 150-foot tunnels side by side. These places can wash, 800 cars a day.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's how professional these operators are, not only with the customer service, which obviously is important, but their processes and procedures, how they keep their facilities running, their schedules, their preventative maintenance programs. It was all just so dialed in. I was so impressed. It was zero guesswork. Everything had a process, and it was. I could spend hours just telling you about the back rooms and how organized they were. Spare parts, spare wraps. Just hanging there, right, still bundled up, ready to go. If a wrap fails, they don't take it down, replace it. It's ready to go. It's plug and play. It was just so impressive. So anyway, yeah, that was Germany.
Well, I got you all pumped up now, right?
I geek out on that stuff so hard. It's like, to be prepared for anything and everything to the best of your ability, so you can keep the operations running, so you never inconvenience a customer.
Yep.
That's just so impressive.
Well, it's the caring aspect goes so long. You have people who do a job for money and people who do a job for, obviously the money, but it's a caring situation of, they care for their customers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know without the customers, they don't have anything.
They don't have anything.
So,
they can't afford, to pay their note, much less pay their employees.
So making it the best experience possible is always the best way to do it.
Yeah, and they do. And look, we have some operators here in the United States I've seen firsthand that are just as good, and make sure that they take care of the customers. Those were exceptional.
Yeah,
those were exceptional. And everybody was very welcoming. It's not always easy for strangers, much less Americans, to walk into your car wash and them welcome you with open arms and everything. Yeah, sure. Look at everything. Take pictures. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, it shows the brand. It shows how how much people respect the brand over there, and obviously we have that as well here, and people get so excited about it here in the States. Our brand. And it's not just the U.S. It's way bigger over there, honestly.
Yeah.
When it comes to just the grand scheme of things, so much better. So much bigger, not better, bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I'll tell you one funny story. We were
finally. A funny story. Here we go.
What did Jason do? It's more embarrassing than anything.
What Jason do? No,
it was actually me, because I'm an idiot when it comes to dogs. I love dogs. And so we were in Altstadt. We just finished dinner, and this girl was walking by with her dog, and it was an Australian Shepherd. I have an Australian Shepherd, and I'm like, I want to pet that dog.
Did you go, can I pet that dog?
I thought about it, but I'm pretty sure she would have understood my English. So I asked her, I walked up and I said, is your dog friendly? And she goes, no. And walked off. I have never been so dejected in my whole life, man. I wanted to pet that dog so bad.
Oh, you should have yelled at her when she was walking. Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? It was, yeah, I got rejected on a street corner in Allstadt by a dog.
That's funny. That makes this whole thing right now.
That's
can I pet that dog?
I was so bummed out. I was sad for like half an hour.
Oh man, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but
hopefully that wasn't night one.
No, that was like night 5.
Okay, good.
That was like night 5. Yeah, so I didn't have to carry it too long before I came home to see my dog. My dog was happy to see me.
There you go.
So, but it was great. I mean, again, the car wash line, just keep your eyes open for more. We've got a lot of marketing that we're working on in the background that we're going to be introducing and rolling out here in the next couple of weeks. And if you're a car wash operator and you haven't talked to me, reach out to me at mike.grimes@kochchemie.com. We should talk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up, and thank you for hanging out with me.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
What else? You've got your email. What else you have? You have your Instagram. What is that?
Mike_KCX.
There you go.
Yep. And I have a Facebook, but I don't go on there.
Don't go to Facebook.
Don't go to Facebook. I have a TikTok as well, Mike_KCX.
There you go.
Haven't posted anything on there either.
he looks at everybody's stuff.
Yeah,
guys.
I do.
He's
Yeah. But Instagram you can DM me on Instagram. You can send me an email. And if you send me an email, I'll send you my telephone number and we can get in touch and set up a Teams call or an in-person visit.
Awesome. Well, let's get out of here. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, we have a training at Supreme Detailing Supplies down in Orlando.
Yep.
So we'll have a bunch of team members there. Next week also is MTE on
Yes.
Friday and Saturday. We will have our podcast set up, regular time Tuesday, but then MTE next week will also be live on Friday and Saturday. So you're going to get a ton of episodes next week, towards the weekend, and we'll throw those in randomly throughout the next few weeks or months. But
looking forward to MTE. Looking forward to meeting. A lot of my customers from the Southeast are going to be there. Looking forward to seeing those guys and offering some tutorials and talking about the car wash line and how we can get some good detailing product out there in the Southeast.
For sure, man. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get off here, and we will catch you guys next week. Hope you enjoy the week.